Hello everyone, and welcome to A Fluke of the Dice. I am Jaimee, also known as Jaffa in the podcast. Here we have Charlie, aka Flukey.
How we doing?
We have Jaimee. She doesn't have a nickname, well, other than Jam. And then we have Mikey.
Yo, what's up?
Resident American.
Our resident American.
Yeah, that's
so-
gonna get old really quickly.
It never gets old.
Requirement of the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm black, actually. You know
Oh.
that, right?
I've seen this movie, The American Dies First.
They always do.
So, as a brief rundown, so this is going to be a homebrew world. We are going to be playing 2014 5e rules, and a couple of sort of like slight homebrews, potions administered to yourself, bonus action. If you would like to give it to someone else, it's an action. If you would like to use your action to down a healing potion, you will get maximum hit points. If you use it as a bonus action, you roll for it. So, for example, a standard healing potion, which is 2d2 plus 2, 2d4 plus 2, sorry. If you down it as a bonus action, you have to roll for it, otherwise you can get 10 hit points from it if you take it as an action.
Okay, cool.
Alright?
Can that be a cunning action as well?
Nope.
Damn.
That is an action, full stop action. The way we are going to work crits is if you roll a crit, then you maximise one damage die. So if your damage die is a d6, first you start off, you get a 6, you then roll a die to determine additional damage. Alright, just to give crits a bit more meaning.
So I don't roll a 1.
If you roll a 1, I will find something to do. I will have crit
He will
fumble
punish you.
charts. But I will have crit fumble charts for you guys, as well as any
no.
NPCs and all that sort of stuff. So it goes both ways. If you come up with a very inventive way of trying to end someone, i.e., for example, create water in someone's lungs, fantastic, I'll let you do it, but just so you know,
Whoa.
if you can do it, so can the bad guys. So think very carefully about what spells you're going to use and how you're going to use them. Alright?
Cool, our creativity is going to go against us. Got it.
I use manual breathing.
I cast iron.
Dum. Without further ado, shall we get started?
Let's play. Yay.
I need some atmosphere music.
Doodle-doo-doodle-doo.
Do.
Can we have Who
Outro
Wants to Be a
music,
Millionaire?
really?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire intro? And
gonna be-
just
It's
background.
going Bluey theme, but we have to introduce ourselves each time it stops on the parent.
Okay, Bluey.
Okay,
Fucking good idea.
let's play some music.
That might be copyrighted. I cannot guarantee that.
Welcome to Vilia. In the boundless expanse of existence lies Vilia, a world teeming with wonder, danger, and destiny. Here, magic pulses through the veins of the earth, ancient secrets hide in forgotten ruins, and heroes rise to shape the fate of kingdoms and gods alike. Vilia is a realm where anything is possible for those brave enough to seize their destiny. It is a land of vast diversity, broken into 7 grand continents separated by storm-racked seas and mystical phenomena. The heart of the world is the Luminous Spire Nexus, an immense crystalline mountain said to be the birthplace of all magic. From its peak radiates threads of arcana, shimmering ley lines that weave their way across the continents, warping time and space, and imbuing the world with its unique magical essence. Vilia is not a world of peace. It is a realm shaped by cycles of chaos and renewal. Every 1,000 years, the era of shifting tides brings upheaval. During this time, realms collide, gods stir, and powers once thought lost resurface. Now, the shifting tides are upon Vilia again, and the signs are everywhere. Unnatural storms wreak havoc on the seas. Long-dead gods whisper to mortals in their dreams. Strange beasts emerge from forgotten realms, leaving destruction in their wake. The fate of the world teeters on the edge of a blade. Will this be an era of salvation or annihilation? The continent of Drattomund is the largest and most storied landmass in Vilia. Known as the Cradle of Heroes, it is the birthplace of countless legends, where the threads of history are woven tightly into its vibrant present. It is a land of incredible diversity, its geography and culture shaped by the powerful ley lines of the Lumen-inspired nexus, which radiate outward and infuse the continent with potent magic. Our story brings us into the Principality of Swardinia, more specifically, the town of Bridbury. Bridbury is a prosperous yet precarious settlement located at the crossroads of major trade routes, making it a valuable economic centre. It is surrounded by enchanted forests that harbour both friendly fae and lurking monstrosities. The Whispering Fords to the east provide access to the sea trade, but also invite piracy and mysterious disappearances. The town itself is well fortified, with an old stone wall, but internal tensions threaten its stability more than any external foe. A trade hub, a political chessboard, and a town of hidden dangers, Bridbury is ruled by 5 noble families, each with their own domain of influence. The Half-Orc Bearhammers, commanders of the town guard and militia, responsible for defending Bridbury from outside threats, and known for their strict but fair rule, though some claim they have a hidden thirst for absolute control. The Halfling Applecrest family, wealthy and well-connected merchants who control the town's food supply and markets. Masters of subtle diplomacy and economic warfare, they speak softly but carry a heavy coin purse. The Henthin family, humans. Blacksmiths, masons and engineers, the backbone of Bridbury's economy and construction. Their wealth comes from control of iron, stone and labour, making them indispensable to the town. The Tabaxi Whispering Fords clan. A clan rather than a single family, these enigmatic figures control Bridbury's religious institution and its naval trade. Rumours say they commune with spirits, wield ancient prophecies and know secrets others wish to forget. And until recently, the Autumn Heart family, a family of elves. Once the spiritual and cultural heart of Bridbury, they were renowned for their patronage of the arts, arcane knowledge and diplomacy. The mysterious assassination has left a power vacuum, one that the families are scrambling to fill. Some suspect rival families, others whisper of dark forces, and some believe the killer still walks among them. When the Autumn Heart family was assassinated, it had sent shockwaves through the town. The Bearhammer-led investigation stalled almost immediately, with theories ranging from an inside job to an outsider's revenge. Nobody can agree on anything, and the town's political families seem more interested in shifting blame than finding justice. One young investigator has been hired by an unknown party to try and get a head start on the stalled investigation. After exploring the Autumn Heart mansion, even talking to a sect of the organisation known only as the Whispered Veil, Gailin has hit a brick wall. Looking to find a new lead or even gain a fresh set of eyes on the case, he makes his way into the local branch of the Swardinia Mercenary Guild. Gailin, would you like to describe your character and what he's looking for as he enters the building?
Yes, Gailin, he's about 3 foot tall, probably about his early to mid 30s. His most distinguishing feature is that he's a jackalope, or more specifically, a rabbit with antlers. It's all brown fur all over, brown eyes, very slim in stature, really. Wearing some standard leathers with what looks like a small baton on one part of his belt and a rapier on the other. And he is pretty much he's scanning the place and trying to more or less piece together what to do next, because it's a brick wall. I need to find something that's going to point me in the right direction.
So you enter, look around. Now, this time of day, it's pretty quiet. Not much is going on, but you do see a couple of figures that, that you don't necessarily recognise.
Completely, or is it?
Say again?
Is it completely unrecognizable, or
it seems like they're new, and you've not seen them about before.
10 days from retirement too.
The mercenary guild in Bridbury is sort of off to the side of a tavern known as Tavern on the Fly. You walk up to the bar, and the female halfling greets you.
Morning.
About 2'9", bronze skin and flawless. She is an epitome of beauty. Hair long and blonde with streaks of golden, pulled back with small brown clips. And she... Oh, I've lost my notebook. There we go. Her name is Tirm Swiftwhistle. And she looks up to you and goes, "Ah, Gailin, how you doing?"
Miss Swiftwhistle. I'm pretty good. Yeah, things are going well. Yeah. How are you?
I can't complain. Still short, but I've got my stalls, so, I can still serve.
I know what you mean.
Have you...
I have a half pint, because full pint will just do me in.
Yeah, no worries. And she sort of leans under, grabs her tumbler, sort of half fills it, puts it up onto the side for you.
Nice.
Have you found anyone to help you out yet?
Not yet. Things have just hit such a dead end that I just need some help from somewhere or wherever. I'm almost willing to accept any help whatsoever.
Well,
it's getting a bit dicey.
Well, we do have a couple of new ones for you. Obviously, one's over there, and the other's over there.
I hope they don't turn out like the last ones.
Well, unfortunately, you get what you pay for around here.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to do? Would you like to... Well, which one would you like to approach?
Who seems more approachable?
Well, one you can see has got horns, the other hasn't.
Ah, something relatable. I will go to the horned person.
Raven, would you like to describe what Gailin sees as he approaches?
Gailin sees a young-ish tiefling with fucking dickhead. Leave me and my tieflings alone. Stop it. Fuck off. The ban was lifted. I've lost my train of thought. Stop.
Young-ish.
Yes. A young-ish tiefling, very pale, white-ishy skin. There's like a tiny tinge of blue to it. She's got blue freckles across her nose, but she's got red eyes and bright ginger orange hair, with 2 little horns come protruding from her forehead, 2 little diddy ones. She's got piercings all in her ears. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
You approach.
Tiefling, yeah. Tieflings are very, how common are they in this area? Or would I even know? Devil!
Roll me a history check, and this is going to be more to sort of like determine how long you've been in the town.
Okay, I'm just going to roll on d20 because that is the easiest. Lovely. 10.
You've seen the odd one about, so you know they're around, but you haven't seen enough to say that they're common. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Wish I didn't nat 1 on the first roll. That would have been awful.
You say you got
No,
nat 1?
I don't know what this is.
No.
What is it?
At least I didn't get it out.
I was about to say, it's not as if you don't know what a tiefling is. Like, you've definitely seen them about, and you know that
I'm from the country.
the
Oh.
history that's associated with them is not necessarily always favourable, and you know that on the rare occasion you have seen them around, people's interaction with them has not always been positive. There always seems to be some form of like prejudice behind it.
Veiled animosity, sort of. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care about history. I'm all about the here and now. But yes, I approach this ginger tiefling. Morning.
Hi. Sorry. Hi.
What are you sorry for?
Funny. Hi.
What? Okay, cool.
I'm
What
sorry.
brings you around
Sorry.
these parts? What brings you around these parts? No, that's not.
Where is this music come from?
This music is very. I
It's-
really want to put on a country bumpkin accent.
It's tavern music. Sorry, let me just...
This is square dance and hoedown music.
That track's not going to help either.
Grab your partner, do-si-do.
You.
That's fine. That's better. You can't do-si-do to this music.
Please continue. So far, we've got good morning
So what
and
brings you-
15
brings you
hellos.
What brings you into town?
I am travelling. Basically, I'm trying to make some coin for the time being, but I'm just on my way to find. Yeah.
Well, if there's coin looking for it, I'm part of the mercenary guild, and I'm looking for some extra hands to help me with some certain things. If that piques your interest.
And there's coin involved.
Yeah.
Excellent. Lovely job. Okay.
No such thing as a free job. So.
Good. Well, I have the 2 hands.
Oh. To hold more coin with, I'm sure.
Exactly.
One.
From the other side of the room, you see a figure hunched over a table, hood up. Brave, brave Sir Robin. Would you please describe what Gailin sees?
He's
In the
wearing a
cor-
cloak. He's wearing a cloak with his hood up. We don't see much.
In the corner of this tavern, you see as you described, a man hunched. He's sitting in a chair. He's by the fireplace, and all you really see is you see it's humanoid, but because he's wearing a cloak, you can't see his face. He looks almost shadowy. All you can see is his hands, and in his hands he's holding a candle, which is kind of like fidgeting with, only a small one. And every so often, you see it light, and then go out, and then light, then go out. Almost like he's just playing with the candle.
Right. Like, before I head up, I kind of look over to the barkeep and get her attention. I'm just like, and I kind of mouth the words like, him, and point like.
She just sort of like gets on her.
Okay.
She just shrugs her shoulder.
Thumbs up. I'll approach the mysterious cloaked figure playing with candle.
As you get closer, you can kind of hear like a as it lights and as it goes out. So it's clear that he's using some form of magic to ignite.
Is this your form of flipping a Zippo lighter and lighting it and then flipping it shut again?
Yep.
It's just his finger going.
As you approach, you just see like his head, and it turns, and you can see half of his face. The rest is still shrouded in shadow because of the hood, and he's kind of staring at you.
Well, I'll just go and sit down across from you.
Okay, I'll put the candle down. He puts the candle in his hand, and he kind of shuts his hand. And he stares at you and goes, "Can I help you?"
Maybe. But what brings you into town? My name's Gailin, by the way.
You can just call me Robin. And the reason I've been brought into town isn't quite clear yet. But something of interest is bringing me here. Or at least this way.
Right, well, as I've introduced myself to this lovely tiefling here, I am part of the local mercenary guild, and I've been tasked to investigate various bits going on, and I could use a hand with said tasks. And there is coin involved.
He kind of sits up from his like lint over posture, and he's back in his chair, and he pulls down the hood.
Oh god!
When he pulls down the hood, what you see is what can be middle-aged 34, 35-year-old, I wouldn't even say he's middle-aged, with silverly long hair, elf, with scars, lots of scars, that most people would perceive as some form of self-harm, if you didn't know who this person was. And he's got a clear damage to his left side of his face, from his lip. Almost like a Joker smile. And he just stares at you and kind of just goes, "Why would I work with you?"
Because he's a bunny. Sorry.
You actually say that, don't you? You actually say that, don't you?
Yeah, at this point, you notice that sort of like as you've been sitting there talking to Gailin, just you hear a scrape of a chair, and then hear another scrape of a chair, and then another scrape, and then suddenly this pale-skinned tiefling is just sat behind Gailin, just like...
Okay.
1, 5, 4, 3.
My guy stands up.
Count all you like, I'm still here.
Stand up, not in a threatening way, kind of in a, he's just acknowledged that a second person has joined and almost wants a better view of them. And as he does, you realise this person is around about 7 foot tall.
Well, fuck you. Don't say that.
And he puts his hood back up and goes...
Gailin turns into Scrappy-Doo.
Let me at him! Let me at him!
He puts his hood back up and goes, ultimately, I'm a mercenary. I'm a man for hire, but I go where I feel I'm needed. I don't know why I'm here yet, but you might be the reason. So I'll play your game
Well,
until something more interesting stills my attention.
fair. I mean, local mercenary guild, we can hire. I say we, I'm not the head of it. But certainly mercenary guild, coin to be had for jobs undertaken. This, what I need to do might be of interest to you. Who knows? But you're more than welcome to listen and decide after. And yeah, totally up to you. I'm not forcing anything on you, but just a chance to for you to find out if this is where you need to be or not.
My guy pulls at the candle, and you hear her as he sits back down and goes, "Tell me more."
Right, gather round. You not so close, please, miss. Miss, I didn't, Raven, right?
I didn't actually tell you my name, but okay.
Gailin, roll me an investigation check.
Let me do a sleight of hand check to see if I get her name right. Investigation. Oh no, that's not great. 12.
You notice that she's actually been carrying around a binder that says Raven on it.
Holy fuck.
Name badge.
She has a fucking name badge.
Hello,
Let's go.
my name is...
If found, please return to.
I'll just point to the name on her stuff.
Suddenly the barmaid rings the bell and we've got to swap round and you realise we're inside a speed dating event.
Change places.
No.
That's not what I wanted to load up there.
Looks like the bar explodes. Ah!
So what are we doing?
Apparently we're having a story. Because he said gather round.
Once upon a time, up to what point is the current story? Just so I'm fully up to date, because I'm not entirely sure where we are.
So just as a precursor, we did start playing this game off stream, and have sort of like stepped it back a little bit to accommodate different characters and all that. So everything that we covered up until we stopped playing, Mikey, is what Gailin has found out.
Okay. I don't have my notes.
Jam did.
I'm not looking for my notes.
Jam did put some notes in the Discord.
I done some amazing, fantastic notes.
Just ignore the one about when Adam walked in the room. Because that is not helpful.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Mm-hmm. They were quite in-depth notes for me, really. Quite impressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
The pretty lady.
Right, the gist of the story. I've been hired to investigate who assassinated one of the whole families in this place, one of the ruling families, which were, oh, you said it earlier, and I have a terrible memory.
Which one?
The assassinated family.
Autumn Hearts.
The Autumn Hearts, that's right. And we had some leads to do with a previous servant there, which we've tried to follow up on, I believe. We had some runnings in with people associated with the Assassin's Guild, if I am correct.
Yes. So the group that you had spoken to or had dealt with were a sect that were almost operating independently of the main group.
And we infiltrated that sect and essentially got rid of it. We got rid of everyone in there, in that sect, including the pseudo leader of this sect as well, I believe.
Okay.
The smug brows took a hit on us. No word about the Adam Hearts. We found a book, didn't we? And this is the...
Yes, you found you got hold of a book from the assassins that had a listing of potential other targets. It was written in Undercommon, of which none of you could speak, or that you couldn't speak. So you had given it to one of the guild masters to try and translate.
And yeah, I think that's up to that point. Waiting for this book to be translated to discover what's in it. In a nutshell.
At this exact point,
the
book is still being translated, and then you've met us whilst in the tavern.
From what I can tell in the notes, yes.
Okay. So, what would we say is the estimated time for the book to be translated?
Realistically, you probably handed the book to him yesterday. And the Guildmaster's understanding of Undercommon was okay, but it's not going to be a quick process. You think it's going to be at least another couple of days.
Our character turns to Gailin and goes, "You are the one that knows this area. You are the one that has been investigating most of this, based on what you've told us. What are we doing?"
I know of the area a little bit, but yes, this is definitely the investigation I'm a part of and I would like to do. I'm not sure if you'll be finished with the translation yet, so I'm unsure where we go next. This is kind of the wall I've had. Until we get the hands on that book, which might be a rough translation, this is sort of a wall. That's why I've come here looking for help. None of either of you speak Undercommon.
Do either of you speak Undercommon?
I don't remember.
Robin does not.
No.
And Raven
No picture.
does not.
In this case, the suggestion will be then for my character to maybe explore a little bit if we've got time to kill.
Yeah, we can do that.
What time of day is it?
Early morning, or sort of like mid-morning, about 10 o'clock-ish.
And I'm assuming Gailen's the only one at the moment, apart from the tavern owner,
Yes.
who knows that we are now part of this investigation.
Yeah.
So Galen's the only one that's known in town as part investigating it.
Yeah.
Well, we can stop by the Mercenary Guild, get some medallions made up. I'm sure get some medallions for you two,
Okay.
which I remember was a thing.
Yeah.
Blakesley licked it.
Oh, good. I am remembering.
The
Blakesley licked it.
the medallions are basically the Mercenary Guild's way of almost being a get out of jail free card sort of thing.
ID.
Yeah. If you were just sort of like, say, walking through town with a body, you would get stopped by the guard and get arrested. But if you've got that crest with you, then that's sort of okay, you're on guild business. And in Bridbury and across a lot of Swardinia, the Mercenary Guild do work quite hand in hand with the various town guards and city guards throughout the country.
Okay.
It's the person was at an initial lead on was Julad, who used to be a servant with the Autumn Hearts, who's now disappeared, and we were back tracing his where he came from. One of them was the Bear Hammers, who are one of the ruling families here, and they deal with they've taken over the import business that the Autumn Hearts used to do. And yeah, don't know if we found anything on them or anything yet.
So just having a look. So you had encountered fairly early on into the investigation. A couple of assassins had got sent to take you out.
Mm-hmm.
You managed to get him down or take him down, and that's when you then went in and had an altercation with the head of that specific sect. When you picked up the book, at a brief glance in there, you saw no mention of the Autumn Hearts, but you did see your description, a description that fit you.
That note makes sense on here now. The smug brows put the hit out on us.
Yes. So the Smug Brows are a dwarven family that aren't a power family but have aspirations to be.
Yep.
So are we now aware that the Smug Brows have put a hit on us?
It was never on you two.
No.
Robin and Raven,
On
it was
Gailin.
never on you. It was on
Yep.
Gailin. So
has Gailin told us that he's currently got a price
yeah,
on him?
Gailin would have explained everything.
Yeah.
Then whereabouts are the Smug Brows in terms of this town?
The Smug Brows are, if you guys go into pictures and maps.
Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah.
So.
Smug Brows is
Yeah.
O.
See at the bottom,
So-
and there,
Yeah, West Way. They're in the
There.
West Way section. Okay. So Gailin sat down, he's told both of us that all of this, and then he's mentioned that he has had a hit placed on him by this Smug Brow family. My character stands up and just goes, "Let's go visit the Smug Brows."
I'm not sure how much a direct approach will help, honestly. but we could give it a go.
The way I look at it is, until that hit is removed, or at least controlled, you are handicapped in this investigation. And until we can handle this hit on you, anything we do will be flawed with the fact that any moment we will be in combat. So I suggest we remove the obstacle of combat so we can focus on the investigation.
Well, I'm not out to murder another family because they put a hit out on me.
We don't have to murder, we just have to gently persuade.
Longer words for murder.
As I'm saying this, you just hear, as you see flames just trickling in hand. Looks at you and just...
Let's refocus that onto more constructive avenues.
Okay. He looks at you and just goes...
I kind of suggest we see... did we go to the Bear Hammers at all?
You did. The Bear Hammers were the ones that when you got... hold on a second. So the Bear Hammers, you went and spoke to him. Group agreed to rest and visit Bear Hammers in the morning. Yeah, so the guy that you suspect may have been involved with the assassination of the Autumn Hearts, he was hired through like a recruitment agency. He had originally tried to work for the Bear Hammers, but they weren't happy. Weren't happy with him.
Yeah.
And he just sort of like then went off. And you found out from the Bear Hammers that the Smugbrows had actually recommended Dulad. And upon looking into it, you found that it was like a generational employment sort of thing.
I'm tempted to say we go back and tell them kind of what happened and say like the Smugbrows are really pushing to raise themselves into the position of where the Autumn Hearts are, and they don't want anyone to get in the way, like me.
You know this better than us. I still believe we need to remove the hit from your head. But you have hired me. I haven't hired you, so I'll follow your advice. For now. And he just closes his fist and the flame disappears, showing that he's ready to leave.
So what's the plan?
Okay, I don't know. There's two other families we need to go see as well.
Hmm?
There's two other families we need to go see we haven't seen yet.
Hmm.
Applecrest and Whispering Fords.
And there is another one you missed.
I don't see
Back
the other
to,
one.
The Henthams.
The what, sorry?
The Henthams.
The Hentham family.
Is that the halfling one?
No, they're humans. Applecrest are the halflings.
Henthams are L.
Yeah, so it's on their...
stairs. They're on the 6 stairs section.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's not in any of the notes. Let's see. I need to find my notes, honestly. But I suggest we go to each family, approach, try and get information about Smug Brows, because they seem to be in the thick of all this. And if they can... The information is the key to possibility.
Can I... Are we planning to divide and conquer? Because your greatest asset at the moment is that nobody knows that we've now joined you. Meaning that if we investigate safely, whereas you investigate with a bounty on your head.
I see what you mean, but from personal experience, separation means it could go bad. It has gone bad before. So strength in numbers, less likely to be attacked, I suppose, or more likely to survive such brazen attacks if we're together than if we are apart.
I have one other option. You don't like violence. You don't want murder. No one knows who we are in this town. Only that we're mercenaries for hire. What about if I approach the Smug Brows as somebody interested in taking the bounty to find out exactly what they've done to you?
Like, as a part of the Assassin's Guild?
Gather some information, pretend that I'm a roamer, come in to accept the bounty, get the information, so at least we know what we're dealing with when we continue our investigation.
Well, they put the hit out on with this sect of the Assassin's Guild, so they've already put the hit out, and it's probably got back to them that it might have gone back to them that this entire sect has been wiped out. Potentially.
So at the moment, there's a chance that there's a lull in further attacks until they can recoup.
That's what I'm thinking, at least.
Keep looking at Jaimee to see if he gives anything away, but he's expressionless at this point.
I don't even have him on the screen. I am looking at notes.
Yeah.
It is pointless looking.
You don't know what's going on.
Story of my life.
To be fair, neither do I, but that's not the point.
Which family do we visit first, then?
I say Bearhammers first, mainly because we've seen them before, and we have some rapport, at least, compared to the others. And then approach the other ones, just to see if we can get as much as we can. Maybe they have some insights that we didn't have before.
Okay.
Raven, you're too close again. Please.
Sorry.
You're too close. Are you, though? Insight check.
If you want to do an insight check, I mean...
Is she sorry?
Jam.
It's something I'm going to have to deal with for the rest of time.
Raven, roll me or Gailin, roll me an insight check. Raven, roll me a persuasion or a deception check, but do not say which.
Oh, that was shite.
Well, unfortunately, it comes up on D&D Beyond which check you did.
I wasn't looking.
18.
You get the feeling that she's not actually sorry.
Oh, okay. We'll deal with that another time. Anyway, let's go!
You step out of the tavern on the fly into the town of Bridbury.
Into the thick of it.
No.
Ugh.
Fuck's sake. It's a fairly big town, one of the bigger ones in Sardinia. Some beautiful buildings about. Also, a fair few amount of like lower class ones, but there is a brick wall surrounding the entirety of the town, with a citadel into the southeast section of the town. You head down. Sorry, my fucking ability for notes at the moment is atrocious.
Yeah, dementia does that.
I'm guessing Smug Brows was written in the book that we couldn't read, but the fact that their name was written in it kind of tipped us off.
Yes.
Okay.
Annoying with Undercommon, it's a bit like if you were trying to read, I don't know, say German, in the sense of some of the words are going to be similar. You can get sort of like an idea of what they are, but names and that are pretty much
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you're going to the Bearhammer residence, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
If there's no objections.
My guy's following just behind you with his hood up.
Could you be less spooky?
Nope.
You
Can you be not as close?
And he looks at you and he teleports 5 feet behind you, further away, and then just carries on walking.
You use a spell slot for that?
Nah, we're at combat. For the story. It's for the story.
Mate, if you start pulling shit like that.
Is that okay, DM?
No.
No, it's not okay.
No, you're gonna start spending spell slots, man. That's entirely on you.
And he doesn't do that, he just stares at you and then nudges you forward.
Looks like a misty step to me.
No, it's almost like a starlight step.
Which is...
I'm familiar with that term. I know what you are now, not to metagame.
Yeah, so you get 2 uses of that, so, you know.
Yeah, no, to meet you, so I can't. I'm not using it. Ignore that.
Good choice.
You head out of the tavern, sling a left. Gailin, you know where you're going as you walk through the high square. Get to the end of the block, take a right past the Temple of Bahamut, also known as the Platinum Dragon. And you walk through the Hot Walk and head towards Eastgate, where the Bearhammer residence is. You see
I'm assuming I'm taking a long rest because I've hit points missing.
On the keyboard.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Long rest, yeah?
Yeah.
That's already been taken. Yeah, okay.
Sort that out quickly.
Oh, sorry.
Done.
Good.
You approach a mansion that quite obviously has some form of orcish design. Sort of like more earthy colours, more natural rock as opposed to shaped brick or wood. And you see guards stationed pretty much at every corner and a couple on like a roaming patrol. You can definitely tell that this is the house of the people who are in charge of the guard.
Is that who we spoke to last time? Like sort of like the head of
Yes.
the house guard. Okay. I will approach a guard and asked to speak to the head honcho again because we were here. I was here a couple days ago, if at all possible.
Fuck.
Flashing the
Yeah.
medallion.
Sorry, I'm just. So, guards look at you and go, well, he is rather busy, but bear with me a second. I'll see if Mr. Bearhammer can spare a couple of minutes.
Thank you very much.
Walks off, and you're standing there a minute,
Oh, God, such an ache in my neck. Always looking up all the time.
2 minutes, 5 minutes, as the other guard just is standing there, staring at all three of you.
I'm gonna keep a lookout as well, just to keep an eye on things going on about the town.
Roll me a
Maybe
perception check.
on rooftops and such.
Is that Braggy?
Yeah.
23.
You feel like you could, like someone might be watching you, but you look around and you can't. It's just sort of like that feeling in the back of your head. But you can't see anything.
My spider senses.
Is that a feeling we all have, or is it just Braggy? Or Gailin?
Just Gailin.
Alright.
After about 8 minutes or so, the guard comes back out and says, Mr. Bearhammer will see you now. And he leaves the door open and leads you in, at which point a servant comes out. Human, male, about late 60s. And goes, please follow me this way.
The way?
And takes you to a sitting room, of which there is a tall chair sitting leant towards the fire a little bit, and you see the hulking half-orc figure of Thomas Bearhammer. That doesn't sound right.
Hummus?
Almost. Almost.
Yeah,
Hummus.
to be fair, a lot of this I'm going off your old notes, because my note keeping is terrible.
Wow. Okay.
Probably not Thomas then.
No, Thomas does sound about right. What doesn't sound about right was Paul put elderly, mid-50s, 60s, male elf. Bearhammers are not elves.
Well, you're the DM, you can change it.
Nope. Screw it, we're sticking with Thomas. This is an absolute sham. I apologise, people. We will be better next time.
Importance of note taking.
That's the one.
I did the note taking.
The green skin through the smart clothes, you can see as he's there, pipe in hand, just sort of like looking at the fire, and says, Gailin, you've returned. What information have you got for me?
Well, local Assassins Guild barely escaped my life. Managed to get into their little stronghold and deal with them. Found a book that we couldn't translate, but had the Smug Brows family name within it.
Troubling.
Excuse me.
Is that as a target or as an employer?
That's my assumption. We are getting the book translated because none of us can read the book at the minute. So, but my understanding is that it's probably for a hit because we were attacked by a couple assassins, which wasn't great. So I'm definitely a lot more interested in the Smug Brows than I was before. From their initially, it was just a tangent of them wanting to gain more power within the town, but now it seems like they're willing to make stronger moves to make that happen, especially since I'm looking into it.
Truly troubling. Well, we will have to increase the guard around the town. If there's a family out there that are willing to take drastic steps, then we do need to protect the families that are still about.
As in you're right, yeah.
Do you have any more information that could be handy?
Not at present, but as soon as we get the book back, and if there's more information, I can be more more forthcoming with said information. But this is an update, and the fact that assassins are running around, I feel like you should have been updated. I'm going around to the other families as well to see what I can drum up with this family to see if there's anything I can go on at the moment.
Well, I shall send more guard. I will order more guard to protect the remaining families. Obviously, the Autumn Heart residents will still be under guard as the investigation carries on there.
Do you know much about the Smug Brows?
I mean, they're relatively new to the town. The rest of the families have obviously have been a part of Bridbury's history for many years. The Autumn Hearts, obviously, for centuries even. But the Smug Brows have probably, in the grand scheme of things, been about maybe 30, 40 years. I was but a young lad when they first came to town, and they just came in, started swinging themselves about, and tried to make a name for themselves fairly early on.
What are their ambitions?
Well, that I couldn't tell you. We tend to keep ourselves to ourselves here anyway, and only really sort of get involved with the other families when big decisions amongst the towns is made. So the lesser families as such hold no interest to us.
Would the head of the Bearhammer family, would he know more, possibly? Not that I'm asking for an audience, but...
But good sir, I am the head of the Bearhammer family.
Oh, okay. That was I misheard. You said we spoke to a head guard there? before?
Yeah, and then the guard then took you through to...
Got it. I revoke my question.
Okay.
I use gift of the gab.
Is there
Well,
anything...
I will. Not that I can think of, unless you have any other information that could possibly be useful. As for what information I'm after, I don't even know myself. So, but I'm going around to other families just to see what's going on, and I'll make a judgment from there. And hopefully by then, the book will be translated and we can know more.
Okay. Well, do please keep us updated.
Of course.
Stay safe. There's obviously some people about who don't necessarily have the best intentions for people.
Yeah, I kind of got that as well. But thank you.
Okay, well, safe travels, and please do excuse me. As he gets up, sort of bangs his pipe out into a metal tub that's sat next to his chair.
At any point, did he look like he knew more and didn't want to share, or was it genuinely he didn't really know much?
Roll me an insight check.
Oh, that's half of my character's freaking build, isn't it? Kind of is. 24. Wow.
You get the impression that whatever he knows, he's telling you. You don't think that he's keeping anything from you.
Excellent. Cool. That's what I like to hear. Good day, Mr. Bearhammer. I'll be back soon.
And good day to you too, Mr. Gailin. And your new compatriots.
Ah, yes. How remiss of me. This is Raven, reporting to the Tiefling. This is Robin, reporting to the mysterious cloaked man.
As he points to me, my character just starts walking out.
Not one for manners or pleasantries, that one, is he?
It's a good thing I have more than enough in spades to cover.
Okay, well, as I said, safe travels, and hopefully we can put this to bed soon. And
Me too. Good
gets
day.
up, waits for you to leave the room, and then leaves himself.
And out we go. So where to next?
Well, you've come out, and my moody character is perched up against the wall, playing with his candle again, waiting for you to join.
Work on your manners a little bit, but let's move on.
Where to next?
I look at you and go, which family will provide us the most useful information?
I don't have a clue. Because I'm relatively new to this place anyway, so I'm just kind of winging it.
Is there a person in this town not associated with these families who would be almost like a professional whisperer and controller of information?
Confidence.
Somebody who uses information for bargaining. Is there a place like that? You find in the lower classes and at the underclass that information is currency.
So basically you're looking for a snitch, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, somebody who, if you pay them the right price, knows the right information.
Roll me an investigation.
No, that's not good. 9.
You, as you're walking around town, you do sort of like you're asking people, but the problem is you have absolutely no subtlety. So you're sort of like you're walking up to people and being quite forceful to the point of no one really wants to talk to you.
Yeah, it is a trait of my character. Everybody's scared of him.
No, not scared, just no one wants to talk to someone that rude.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we looking for? Like, what are we trying to get out of these families? Because we're going in with no goal. We need to know what we want. We need to know roughly what kind of information we need, so that when we start talking to these people, we know how to steer the conversation to the outcome we need. Otherwise, they're all just going to give us lip service, because ultimately, they're the politicians of this town. And to them, it's about preserving the power.
I think the main family would be more interested on the lesser family trying to force their way in.
Yes.
But we are, at this current moment, we are looking for a former servant of the Autumn Hearts who has just disappeared. Who had long-term affiliations with the Smug Brows, who then got sent to, who left for unknown reasons and sought service with the Bearhammers, who refused him, and got accepted into the Autumn Hearts.
So we just went and saw. Who did we go and see? The Bearhammers.
Yeah.
So that's Resident M. Run away. Where's M? We're in Eastgate area.
Unless we go to the other families to see if they recently employed this specific servant. And if they did, let's then happy days. Because he's just completely disappeared. We have his description though.
Okay.
Did you try asking the tavern keeper whether or not she'd seen him?
I think we had at some point, but I'm not sure.
That would have been one of your first
Well, that's what I
lines
thought,
of
but I
inquiry.
couldn't remember whether or not I'm trying to... I presume we would have done, but...
Was it this Julad? Did he try to work with the Bearhammers and then didn't get employed, or
So
he did employ him and then got shoved it out?
he went to the Bearhammer. The thing is, the Bearhammers consider their servants to be like family. They see their servants as an extension of their family. So when Julad, that's the one. When he turned up, he sort of like kept himself to himself, and the Bearhammers felt that he didn't. He was very introverted and didn't fit in with everyone else, so it sort of like went against the general feeling and vibe that the Bearhammers have with their servants.
And so he left.
He was asked to leave.
And then hasn't been seen since.
No, he then went on to the Autumn Hearts.
Hearts, and then shit happened.
Now he hasn't been seen, yes.
What relevance does... What is the relevance of the Temple of Is it Bahamut? Babbitt?
Bahamut.
Yeah. Is that a religious sect?
It's one of the main religions of the town. Obviously, gods exist. Most gods are worshipped at various points, but Bahamut seems to be the more prevalent deity of choice.
Will my character have a understanding of the leadership structure of the religion?
Roll me a religion check.
That is a 13.
So what sort of thing do you want to know? As in, is it just clerics?
So my character's kind of sitting there at the moment, feeling like we are walking in circles, and then his brain's gone to the idea that just like politics, the next most powerfulest thing in a town is religion.
Right.
And he wants to understand if there is a key leader to this religion in this town that can be approached for information.
You know that in most organised religions, there is always there will always be some form of communication with the parliament as such of the town, through various questions, and sort of like getting a rough grasp of the sort of people that are going in and out. You have a feeling that maybe the Whispering Fords clan might be that link between religion and the government.
Which one was that? The Whispering Ford clan?
Yeah, the Tabaxis.
Ford clan.
Yep.
So you, with that information, my character turns to Gailin and goes, "We are focusing on the political structure of this town, and they seem to have put their barriers up a little bit, which is making it very hard for us to get information from them. I suggest our next focus should be on the next powerhouse of a town, which is religion, as they always carry information because they are the people that work with the peasants. And
Yeah. I see what
based
you're
on
getting at.
my suggestion would be the Tabaxi clan, as I suspect they will have the most interaction with the religion of the town."
Yeah, we can do that. I can possibly lead the way there. Do you want to take the lead on it?
My guy has no idea where he's going. He's just gone on knowledge of religion.
Take the lead when we get there. I mean,
Can my guy buy a map en route so he has a better idea about the town set out?
Yeah, you can pick up a map fairly easily.
yeah. Do.
So you get your map, and you figure out. Oh Christ! Sorry.
Is who we want to talk about?
Sorry. Oh Christ. If you were outside of the temple when you thought about this, you are not a huge amount of distance away from where the residence of the clan is.
Okay. Where is the Tabaxi clan on here?
Southwest. Literally just under High Square, or the I for High Square.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. I head that way.
You make your way through the town. Jam, you look shattered. Are you okay?
I'm warm now, apart from my feet. I was struggling because I was really cold. I snuggled now.
Do you want me to turn the heating up?
I already have.
Oh.
You work your way through the town, eventually leading to another very well built mansion as such. A bit more of a natural look to it, so not quite as sharp. Not the edges aren't as sharp, that sort of thing. And again, you see a handful of guards around the building, as well as around the building, as well as a couple at the front door.
But at this point, have we joined the mercenary guild?
Yes.
So we have our token.
Yes.
So, Robin walks up, and when he stands in front of the guard, he takes his hood down, looks up at him so the guard can see the Joker smile and the scars on his face, and just hands him the token, and just says, "We need an audience."
Please.
Oh.
Please.
Okay, may I ask what it's regarding?
And then, as you say that, I look down at him and go, "Please."
You can say please as many times as you like. I'm not with everything that's going on at the moment, and you know, with obviously what's happened to the Autumn Hearts. Do you think I'm just gonna, regardless of whether you have a crest or not, do you think I'm just gonna let you randomly walk in? You need to tell me what it's regarding.
You have just mentioned what it is about, the Autumn Hearts. We are the people that have been hired to investigate and understand what has happened here. The families are aware of our existence and what we are up to.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Where's my mouse? 14.
I mean, that's not bad.
He just looks at you and says, "Look, mate, I don't know you. I've never seen you around before. Pardon me, and quite frankly, it's not worth my job to... unless you actually give me something to go on. You know, you're not making sense. So, do us both a favour and..."
Didn't we have a letter or something?
I won't.
I don't know.
No.
If we did or not. No. Because it was just like a price put on the person who can find out. I guess, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's essentially, it was like a mission briefing at the Mercenary Guild.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the guard says, "Look, do us a favour, or do us both a favour, and just go on, fuck off."
I look back at the guard and I go, "A request was made by the families, the families of power of this town, to the Mercenary Guild for information to be discovered around the murder of the Autumn Heart family. We are the mercenaries that have been allocated this mission, and our ID is the coin or the medallion that is in your hand right now. We have already been to the Bearhammer family. We have already dealt with the assassins that were paid for by the Smugbrow family, and we are now here to speak to the Tabaxi clan, one of the power families, to understand what they know. They're aware
Wondering
of
who
our
it's
mission because they are part of the family that agreed for this mission to take place.
He looks like he's about to say something to you, but just as he sort of like goes to talk, you hear from a window up above. No, we are aware. Please do let them in. As a grey-furred, snow leopard-looking tabaxi with like a robe on and everything has sort of like poked her head out and says, "No, we are aware that they were coming. Please, Jonathan, do let them in."
Jonathan, he's the head guard for the Tabaxis, is he?
Just a guard. Just some
Oh, a
guy in
guard.
front.
Bloody Jonathan.
A stroke of luck there.
My guy, as he's walking past, takes the coin or medallion or whatever it is back out of the guard's hand and just gives him a nod and walks through.
You walk into the grand hall. Sorry, hold on. Music. There we go. You walk into the grand hall of the Whispering Fort clan, and doesn't seem to be as grand as what the Bearhammer residence was. Very downplayed. Doesn't seem to be as much in the realms of personal gain or personal recognition. You definitely get the idea that the Whispering Fords clan is very much a clan as opposed to a family. It's a group of tabaxis that have, for whatever reason, come together and then carried on going. As you look at the top of the stairs, this snow leopard looking tabaxi goes, I believe you are you are Gailin, and she sort of like points to you, Gailin, and goes,
Yes, indeed.
Raven and Sir Robin.
Yes.
Please do tell, where does the nobility come from?
It doesn't matter at this point.
I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually.
In our dungeon.
Please, do follow me. And she takes you off to a room where she sits down and goes, "You're looking for information regarding the Autumn Heart murders, correct?"
That's correct.
Yes.
We did, unfortunately, some of our more spiritual people, or spiritual members of the clan, did foresee something like this happening. But as with a lot, the families do see the spiritual side of things as more of a very light guideline, which you take with a sprinkle of salt. Unfortunately, this one was not heeded, and alas, we have lost the Autumn Hearts.
You see, I believe in the spiritual. So what did you foresee?
She looks at you with a hint of recognition, in the sense of she can sense something in you that you're not happy about. And she says, well, it was foretold that there was going to be a great burden on the city, or on the town, sorry, and that a family were unfortunately going to perish, and all signs did lead to the Autumn Hearts, and it was it was going to be someone that they knew of but weren't overly familiar. But much past that, unfortunately, the visions and the spirits are only so forthcoming with their information and with their
Knew of, but they weren't familiar. And what we know of the families is, to regain and maintain political power, they know all about each other. It's how the balance was established. But as the bear
Hammers.
The Bear Hammers mentioned, they acknowledge but don't fully understand the lower families.
Yes, well, the Bear Hammers do very much keep themselves to themselves. So I wouldn't really expect them to know too much about about other families or goings on.
So what do you know about the lower families?
We know what we need to know and what the spirits deem we must know.
Okay, so what do the spirits need you to know about the Smugbrows?
They are a small family of large ambition.
Expand that, please.
It's no mystery that Bridbury is a very profitable town, being on the trade routes that we are. So families do constantly, families and individuals for that matter, come through and want their piece of pie, so to speak. Most individuals give up within a matter of months, maybe a couple of years. But the Smugbrows have definitely laid down roots inside Bridbury. But there is the ambition amongst them is very, very obvious to see.
Enough to willing to kill to do it?
Perhaps it's not unheard of for individuals to go to extreme measures to get what they want.
My character stares at Gailin and goes, "Are we ready to visit the lower families yet? Now we know this information."
Well, we'll definitely get there. Just another quick one. You would, because you employ servants here, I assume.
Not servants as such. We have more volunteers that assist as almost a spiritual calling.
Have you had anyone recently wanting to volunteer?
She just stops and has a think for a second. Goes, not to my knowledge, and I would know.
No human males in their mid 40s with a bit of a beard, and quickly going to notes.
No.
Gray beard, yeah, okay.
While we obviously accept all walks of life, including yourself, dear Raven, regardless of your troubled lineage, we'll say. And she just sort of like lingers a bit longer on you as she says it. A lot of the volunteers that we do have do tend to be more of the tabaxi or animal varieties like yourself, Gailin. As you see, like in very close to sort of like religious robes, you see like a Loxodon walking past carrying something, and
Oh, sick.
a female Leonin. And now that you think about it, you do remember seeing an Aarakocra sat on top of the building outside. You get the impression that the Whispering Fords clan, although they're predominantly Tabaxi, it is very much a safe haven for all animal folk.
Well, I don't have anything else that's pertinent, unless anyone else does.
I've heard everything I need to hear.
Raven, anything?
No. I can't think of anything.
Once again, my character just walks out of the building again.
Oh,
And she stands up and just
Throws his hood up as he's doing it.
gives you a bow.
thank you for your time.
Anytime, Gailin, we will always have time for you.
Thank you.
And walk back out again.
So you leave. The guard, Thomas, just... You can see there's a bit of frustration on his face, because as far as he was concerned, he was doing his job in stopping you. And like he feels like almost his authority was undermined a little bit, but knows he's there to do a job to protect them. If that's the risks they want to take, then fine.
As I walk by, pat on the back of the knee, be like, "Good job, mate. Maybe next time."
And he just looks at you and goes, gives you a nod as you walk away.
What time of day is it at this point?
Probably about midday-ish. Midday, 1 o'clock.
Turn to the others and go, shall we recoup at the tavern?
Yes. I wanted to go see how much of that book's been translated, just to see what progress has been made if we gather anything from it, and then most likely suggest going to the Smug Browse.
Okay. I agree. I'm happy with that idea.
All in favor, say aye.
Yo!
You, are you a pirate now?
Hold the door.
Yeah, if we go to the Mercenary Guild to see how much that book's been translated.
Okie dokie. Sorry, just bear with me.
Yep.
There's a bear with you.
Oh my god.
So, you get the head of the mercenary guild that I cannot remember for the life of me what I said his name was, or even what he was. Says, you're back. I've managed to decipher a couple of names, not necessarily who the employer was, but certainly some names and reasons almost. We have Javier Montoya, who was known for exchanging gold under dubious circumstances for the Crimson Hand. Dmitry Volkov, who is an ex-assassin, so it looks like they were looking to take down one of their own.
What, sorry?
Sorry?
Dmitry...
Volkov. Volkov.
Poor old Dmitry. And Sylvia Bidbury.
and John Smith.
Yeah, so that's some of the names that we have at the moment. But it is... obviously we are still working on it.
And so check back later sort of thing. Right. Thank you for your hard work.
Smug brows.
Yeah. Might as well. I didn't get that in everywhere else.
Every arrow is pointing that way.
How do you want to play it? I recommend that we looking into the disappearance of Julad. And just that, not in relation to anything else.
What was that, sorry?
I say we play it as we're looking into the disappearance of Julad.
Is Julad the servant?
Yeah.
So don't mention the fact that they want you dead.
Oh, no, I wouldn't recommend mentioning that.
Okay. My suggestion is, before we go, because they do have clear intent to end your life, make sure that we are well stocked on potions.
Potions are expensive.
I mean, okay. To be fair, I've got some healing abilities, so...
Like...
Healy stuff. He just stares at you and goes, no.
Do we know if the Smugbrows wanted Julad dead?
You do not.
Just that he used to be in the Smugbrows for a long ass time, but he wanted something new.
He wanted something new.
Yes.
Is what you get the impression, yes.
Is what we got the impression. Yeah.
Okay, no bad.
Go.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Onwards to Gailin's death. I mean, to investigation.
One of the few places left to go to and say, fuck it, going to the Smug Brows. Under the guise of just investigating the disappearance of one of their longtime servants.
You head towards the Smugbrow residence. And again, you see guards wandering about the town. You notice once you get to the Smugbrow residence, there is a guard, but you're not 100% sure if he's there to guard the family or if that's just where he happens to be standing for that moment.
I look at Gailin and go, do you want to take the lead?
I think Raven should.
Looks at Raven and goes, have fun. And he throws his head back up and he chills.
Time to get involved?
No.
No. Just no.
I'm no good at asking questions. I'll fall over myself and I'll make myself look like a tit.
Well, practice makes perfect.
You know, you're a perfect tit.
As you're having this conversation, Gailin, you hear as an arrow lands at the side of your foot.
I look at where the arrow came from.
Make me a perception check.
$18.
You just see from on top of the rooftops as someone ducks down.
A character turns around again and
And
goes, I
we
don't think
will-
they've forgotten about you, mate.
We will pick up there next time. As it is 20 past 11. I know we started late, but
And stop recording.
thank you everyone for listening. We will be back soon, hopefully,
Thank you,
with
bye.
another episode. Bye!
And stop.